And I love Fleeting Monument. That's always gets a lot of good reports. Let's get on with what we're doing. Oh, I've got a thing to tell you. I asked for you to get me the Fleeting Monument. Okay, now I'm rescinding that.
Okay.
I have no place to put it, and I don't want it to get hurt or lost. And so I'd much rather that you just hang on to it and it be yours, you know.
Okay.
I just wanted it as a pacifier to make me happy.
Okay.
Let's get on with it, and I tell you, do not deliver Fleeting Monuments to me. And I'll tell you what you can do. Take a good picture of it, and give it to me as a text, so I have it on my phone. Then I can at least look at it. I share it with all kinds of people. God, I send them out all over the world.
You like to text? Yeah, I know. You have for a long time.
Yeah. That's what I do. They say they like it, you know, and then I send it to them, and they say how beautiful it is and all that stuff. And
right.
I got a friend. With your help, we'll become quasi-famous.
Right, quasi. That's right.
I make them up as I go, you know, Jeff. Okay. I'll tell you, the people that have seen the picture that you got on the telephone, you know, picture of Fleeting Monument, they are amazed at that particular painting. They love it. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, just today, I received a call from Melissa. I had sent her Fleeting Monument. She came back on a text today. I didn't even know it was there, and I pressed her name and pressed the text. So anyway, she texted me, and she says, "Oh, that is such a beautiful painting." And she says, "You know, that cloud that you've got is a cumulus kind of cloud it is." And she says, and all of the glider pilots, what she called them some kind of a name, they're all friends that fly gliders, you know.
Right, because her husband flies one.
Yeah. Well, he's world famous. He's won big trophies for flying the best, you know.
Yeah.
So he's a known quantity, and he looked at it at the painting too, and they recognized that the cloud was a real cloud, and they said these guys, the name, I'm trying to think what they call themselves. It's not glider pilot. They have I can't think of it. I'll think of it and I'll tell you. Anyway, what she was saying, they have looked at it, and they said that particular cloud is the clouds that these guys call Q, the letter Q, the cumulus, I can't think of the last part, but it means rain cloud. And see, that's all my research and stuff, that I knew what that cloud was. And I know it turns into rain and into a storm. So I wrote to her and I told her that when she looks at it and looks at that cloud, the brownish and earth colors that are on the right-hand side of it are because there's an unknown mass of land that the cloud is coming into, and that's the colors of the land is being reflected into the clouds, and that's the way it really works. And she wrote back and she says that cloud is absolutely beautiful, and all of the soarers is one of the one of the words. It's a 2-word description, but anyway, she says all of these guys and friends of her husband, they call that kind of a cloud a Q cloud, and it is one they look for because it can bring them up really high because of the currents.
Wow.
And so I wrote that down in one of my books, every word she said about it. And it said, that's fleeting monuments. And so then when she wrote that, then I sent back another text to her telling her there's a slight breeze. That's why there's white caps and little agitation in the water. And then the cloud is coming over a landmass that's off the painting. You can't see it, but you know it's there. And so I gave her information to work on when she's looking at the painting. Yeah. And that's what I'm sharing with you right now so that you can take any piece of part of what we're talking about and use it. Yeah, and I told her the white caps come from a breeze, B-R-E-E-Z-E, breeze. And that's why the white caps and the little agitation of the water is coming from the breeze that is coming. But I didn't want to use the word wind because that's stronger than I need to make the white caps. I'm painting a word picture and I'm trying to use the right word and not say, oh, it's a big storm that did that, and because it wasn't. It's a beautiful day. And also to explain the colors, that's why I said there's a big landmass to the right of the picture that is off the canvas, you know, but you know there's a landmass there, and this cloud is heading for that, and when it gets there, then it will create rain. Nimbus, that's the word. Cumulus nimbus, that's the name of the cloud. They get bigger and bigger, and they go higher and higher like a tall building. And from that, it turns, as they get over land and all, it turns into releasing rain, or you got a storm. You know, could be a rainstorm with lightning and everything else. And that's what nimbus relates to, which is like storm or problem. And cumulus means it got big, you know, went way up. I think I told you before, it was Lyle that I asked to come on over and look at my seascape when I was on 9th Avenue in San Francisco. I called him up and asked him if he'd come over, and he did. And I told him he knows the sea inside and out. Do you see anything that's wrong with, you see, all of mine is done with intellectual research, but not actually living in the water, you know?
Right.
And, he has spent all of his time doing it actually in the water and not reading the books.
Right.
So I had him over and I said, I'm taking this as far as I can take it right now. And I want to know if you spot anything there that's not in keeping with the day that I'm showing.
Yeah.
And he looked, he says, no, it's perfect. He says, that would be a wonderful day for sailing. Yeah. And he says, I'd like to be out there on that particular day because you couldn't get hurt or damaged at all. It's just a wonderful day. You know, and they're blowing in from the sea, coming toward the land. And so on the cloud, you have some brownish and land-type colors on the right-hand side of it because it's reflecting the colors that bounce off of the land that it's coming to. It's over the sea, but it's coming to land. and the land colors are into the cloud on the side that the land is. Then the other thing is, you look at the water, and there are white caps on it, but they're not threatening. They're just, it shows there's a good wind, but nothing to scare you. And Lyle told, my friend Lyle, who does all that sailing, he says that would be just a beautiful day to be sailing. And he used to go to Tahiti, you know, he would sign up as the crew on these very big yachts.
Okay.
And actually what happened was one of the booms that hold the sails, you know, swung over, knocked him overboard, and he drowned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he used to go there all the time, you know. He would sign up to be part of the crew.
Yeah.
And he always thought of himself as the old-time seaman, you know, with the sails and all of that stuff. And it wasn't just to be on the boat. He wanted to be part of the working crew.
Right.
And that's the part that did him in. The damn wind came and swung the sail around, and the boom that was holding the sail knocked him into the water, and they couldn't turn around and get to him before he drowned.
Yeah.
And he was constantly going to Borneo and all these places in the South Sea because these different people here in America would go sailing, and he would sign up for their boat and would be part of the crew.
Yeah.
And so he did that many times, and this time it just got out of hand, and it got him.
Well, because you guys grew up together in high school.
Oh yeah, we were very close. We got to know each other in the art class. He went, I went, and we both found out we were both very talented. And so you migrate to the other guy that's good too, you know. And that's how we became very good friends. And he was into all these things like Prince Valiant and all of the Vikings and sailing ships and all that stuff. So he had a great background of early history of man. And we used to go around and around about that stuff, you know, and he would teach me an awful lot because I didn't care, but I was learning. So I listened to him, and I was impressed that he knew so much about it. He made it his lifetime study. And that's like of the Vikings and all of these guys in the early lives, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. And he used to write into my school books and things. He would make cartoons and things and do funny things. He had a good sense of humor. He was a very fine friend.
Yeah. Hey, if you think about it, you say you have your yearbooks at your apartment now.
Yes, I do.
So if you could find one of those pictures that he drew in there, text a picture to me.
Oh, I can. Sure, they're there.
That's what I'm saying.
There were all kinds of little cartoony things. They're not the ones where he's doing the Vikings and the sailing guys. He's just doing little odds and ends of cartoons. He's just having fun with me at the time. But I'll send him to you anyway so you see.
That would be fun because, in this story of Fleeting Monuments, it also brings back a memorial for your friend Lyle Galloway. And if I can have some of his hand-drawn pictures to go into this video to show your friendship,
I love the idea. I'll dig them out and photograph them and send it to you. And I'll do that. I think it's going to be exciting what you do with it.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's exciting. You do so many damn good things.
Yeah, I try.
Don't say that. You do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Work together today.
That sounds good.
I like it. I love the idea of working with you.
Me too. All
Yeah.
right.
I don't know how many times I tell you, but I'm terribly proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah, and don't take it lightly. I'm saying it very sincerely. Okay, take a picture of it and send it to me so I have it on my telephone.
Okay, I will.
And then when I see you again, give me a hard copy.
Yeah.
Because then I photograph them over and over and over again.
Right.
And send them to other people. Okay, let's get on with our business. Whatever that is.
I'll text you the fleeting monuments, and then I'll also print out a print for you.
Just make it an 8x10 size, that we go into a plastic sleeve.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's good enough. You don't have to make it huge.
Okay.
Because I think the artwork will carry itself. I don't think you have to get size.